the formula for volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. We take a look at these examples. We want to find the volume of each of these spheres. So I know I'm finding the volume of a sphere, so I'm going to write down the formula for it. 4/3 pi r cubed. And then look at the diagram. What is the radius of our sphere? 18. So you're going to plug 18 in for r. Volume is equal to 4/3 pi times 18 cubed. It says leave in terms of pi. So you want to plug everything in your calculator but pi. You're just going to do 4/3 times 18 cubed. Okay? And what do we get when we do 4/3 times 18 cubed? 4/3 times 18, I think we're at the cube 18. 7,776. Good, 7,776 pi. We found volume, so it's going to be inches cubed. And you are done. That's how you find the volume of a sphere. Questions over that? If we take a look at the next one, we have a volleyball. We're going to find the volume of this volleyball. A volleyball is a type of sphere, so I'm going to write down the formula for a sphere. Okay. Oh, what's the radius of this volleyball? Good. They gave us the diameter was 21, so cut your diameter in half to get 10.5. So that's what you're going to plug in for r. And the directions say round to the nearest hundredth, which means you can plug pi into your calculator. You are going to plug everything in your calculator. 4/3 times pi times 10.5 cubed. Plug everything in. I don't know what we get. Parker, what'd you get? Yep. You hit the, when you cube something in your graphing calculator, alpha y equals, enter, we have 4/3 times pi times 10.5. To go to cube it, you use this caret button right there. No, we didn't type that right. 10. So you just hit this, like it's right above the division sign, you hit that, and then hit 3. You could do alpha y equals enter. If that doesn't pop it up, your calculator doesn't have that feature. So you just put the 4/3 in front. So we use the pi. Yep, because it said your direction said around, so you want to include pi. The first one said leave in terms of pi, not round. So when we plug this in, that is what you get. We round this to the nearest hundred. How many decimal points is 100? 2. So when we round, the 8 would bump the 4 up to a 5. So it's 4849.05. So it's 4,849.05 centimeters cubed is the volume roughly of that football. Questions over that? We take a look at C. What's going on here with C? What do you notice? Yeah, half of a sphere, right? What do we call half of a sphere? What is it? It's a hemisphere. Think the Earth. The Earth is a sphere. Okay, we have the northern hemisphere, which is the top half of the Earth, and the southern hemisphere, which is the bottom half of the Earth. So half of a sphere is what we call a hemisphere. How do you think we're going to find the volume of this hemisphere? then just cut that volume in half. You have the volume of a hemisphere. So we're still going to use that 4/3 pi r cubed formula. And again, all we need to know is the radius. What is the radius of this hemisphere? Good. 12. Because all the way across, it gave us the diameter is 24. Cut it in half, and that gives us 12. So 12 is our radius. So we're going to plug 12 in for our r. And again, this is leave in terms of pi. So do we plug that in? Nope. So you just do 4/3 times 12 cubed. What do we get when we plug that in? Trent, what did you get? Nope, just before we divide by 2. 2,304 pi is the volume if it was an entire sphere. We only want to know half of it. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to divide by 2. So when we divide by 2, you only divide the number by 2. That's going to stay pi. So you only do this divided by 2. So what do we get when we cut 2,304 in half? Ross?
1,150.
And then we would label it feet. So there's the volume of that hemisphere. So when you have a hemisphere, it's the same process, except you have to remember to divide it by 2. Cut it in half. Questions over that? So take a look at this last example. It says a baseball has a circumference of 9 inches. What is the volume of the ball? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. And again, a ball is a type of sphere. Circular shape, it's a type of sphere. So I'm going to write down the formula for volume of a sphere, which is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay. Do they directly tell us what the radius is? No. They just told us the circumference. Well, let's try to use the information they gave us to maybe see if that helps us find the radius. What is the formula for circumference? 2 pi r. Well, I noticed in the formula for circumference, there's r. And they told us my circumference was 9. So what do you think we could do to help us figure out what r is? Okay? Now, you can take 9 and plug it in for c because that's what the circumference is and that's what c stands for. And then use that to help us solve for r. When we want to solve for r, what do we need to do? Divide. What are we going to divide by? 2 pi, yeah, because we're multiplying r by 2 and we're multiplying it by 5, so we divide by 2 pi. Cancels out here, cancels out there. We're left with r is equal to, you're on the right track. Pi is in the bottom, okay? So when we divide by pi, and it's in the bottom, is there another pi in the top for it to cancel out? No. So we have to divide this entire thing by 2 pi. Meaning we have to put it in parentheses when we plug it in our calculator. If we don't, your calculator reads it as 9 divided by 2, and then multiplies that by pi. So you get the wrong answer. Okay? So you have to indicate to your calculator you're dividing 9 by both things. So you have to do 9. Oops. We'll do 9 divided by 2 pi. And we get about what as our radius? 1.4. About 1.4. So our radius is about 1.4. So now that we know what our radius is, we can plug it in. 4/3 pi times 1.4 cubed. And it says round to the nearest tenth, so we can plug everything in. So we plug everything in and round that to the nearest tenth. About what is the volume of this baseball? About what? Did you cube the 1.4? Did you include pi? So it should be 4/3 times pi. That's 1.4 cubed. Because we're rounding, so we want to type everything in. Whatever says around, type everything in. And we do that when we get. Yeah, you get about 11. If anyone didn't get 11.5, let me know, but you should get about 11.5 inches. That's roughly what the volume of that baseball is. Questions over that? I'm going to answer a question. 1 second. No questions? Yeah, there was a question. It was about how to type it in your calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be with you in 1 second. Any other questions over this particular? How we got the answer? Okay. The rest of the time is yours.